Kilauea volcano has now made vicious eruption a natural part of Hawaii's Big Island landscape as established lava channels from the volcano begin to overflow in dramatic scenes. Hawaii's Big Island remains under the grip of the Kilauea volcano, sending a constant stream of lava from its summit and fissures towards the ocean. So far, more than 600 properties have been destroyed in the wake of the disaster and thousands of people have been left staying with relatives or in emergency shelters. No one has been killed, unlike the recent Guatemala volcano which killed more than 100 people while almost 200 remain missing. The established channel from the Kilauea towards the ocean is now said to be overflowing, producing a fresh lava threat for properties. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory said the volcano remains very much active, still spewing lava from fissures 8 and 18. Fissure 8 has been adding lava to the channel, resulting in small and short-lived overflows. As of this morning, no further overflows were being observed and the main flow has now crusted over. But fresh lava is still oozing from the Kilauea Bay coast, although it is now moving under this crust. As a result of the overflows and progress of lava towards more homes, the public have been restricted from accessing part of the Kilauea Bay area. The Hawaii Civil Defense Authority advises that gas emissions and lays coming from the ocean entry is still high. In addition, smaller earthquakes and seismic activity in the area has the authority asking people to monitor utility connections of gas, electricity, and water. Many zones in the national park and around homes have now been declared uninhabitable and will likely not be occupied again for years to come. Although natural environments can regenerate fully following eruption, it is expected that this will take a long time. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park Acting Superintendent Rontolo is so far unsure about how soon it will be before the park is reopened. Talking to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser, she said, "We are really waiting to hear from the scientists from the U.S. Geological Survey about when conditions have changed to the point that we can look at. It's a huge unknown." The recent eruption has apparently occurred in highly visited areas of the park, so a large amount of revenue will probably be forfeited. How much of Big Island is now covered in lava? Kilauea has been busy, having spilled more than 25 million cubic meters of lava already, enough to fill an Olympic swimming pool every 25 seconds. Big Island is Hawaii's largest, and lava now covers 61,000 of it. At 2,577,920 acres total, this means that 4.2% of the whole island is now covered in streaming lava. The outcrop of land created as a result of the eruption currently juts out into the ocean by almost 1 mile.
at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park.
It closed 49 days ago as the eruption quickly made the area unsafe for the public. Our Mileka Lincoln received an escort inside to show us how Halemaumau crater has changed.
From our vantage point here on Waldron Ledge, you can see the significant changes to Halemaumau crater, which USGS HVO geologists estimates has doubled in size over the last 2 months and dropped at least 1,000 feet.
This is a profound sequence of events here at Kilauea, unprecedented really in modern times.
Scientists say the amount of change that has taken place at Halemaumau is staggering. The crater's volume has been increasing at a rate of more than 10 million cubic meters every day.
After only 1 week has passed, the scale of change is really breathtaking. We're used to looking at changes on the order of centimeters over years. Here, the scale of change is tens of feet per day in some cases.
Halemaumau crater used to have the largest lava lake on the planet. Over the last 2 months, it's drained away, fueling the ongoing eruption in the lower East Rift Zone. While scientists believe the magma that supplies Kilauea rises from the mantle in a seemingly unlimited supply, they say what's happening right now is the summit reservoir is depleting faster than it can fill.
Explosive eruptions at the summit, this really enormous enlargement of Halemaumau crater. It's really tremendous. We knew that they could happen, but I don't think most of us thought that we would ever see it happen in our lifetimes.
While geologists say there has been profound loss, there has also been an unprecedented opportunity for a better understanding of volcanoes, including how to potentially predict future eruption events.
Woo! Earthquake! As a scientist, it really is an inspirational event. This is a once-in-a-career phenomena unfolding, and we have so much to learn from this that will help future generations and other volcanology groups around the world deal with similar situations. The challenge of trying to figure out what's going on, and perhaps more importantly, figure out what's going to happen, is epic. And this is, in large part, what volcanologists are born to do.
While USGS HVO geologists tell us they do not know with any certainty whether magma will return to Pu'u'o'o, they do believe that it will eventually come back here to Kilauea caldera. Of course, when that happens is unclear.
First look inside Hawaii Volcanoes National Park since it was closed. As Mileka Lincoln shows us, the difference at the summit is staggering.
Hawaii Volcanoes National Park has now been closed for 49 days. Ongoing earthquakes and nearly daily collapse explosions are just a few of the hazards that keep this area shut down to the public.
It doesn't look like we have really an end anywhere in sight, although we hope that nothing lasts forever and that we can reopen in the near future.
A layer of ash covers the otherwise deserted Halema'uma'u Overlook parking lot, which would typically be packed with cars and visitors. Inside, Jagger Museum itself is also empty after park officials cleared out the artwork and relocated it to a more secure place.
The underlying theme is uncertainty. We don't know where the next earthquake is going to open up. We don't know what effect that's going to have on our park or our park visitors.
While the Kahuku unit of the park remains open 5 days a week, officials say the Kilauea area sustains too much damage on a daily basis, from new cracks along roadways to the rattling of earthquakes that could create fall hazards or new areas of isolation. Park rangers say it's just not possible to keep everyone safe.
We don't take closing Hawaii Volcanoes National Park lightly at all. These are tough decisions that are made in consultation with scientists, with our management team, etc. We know the impact on the local community, but it's truly not a safe place to stay up here. You can see right now we have ash kicking out, which is getting in my eyes and making it a little bit difficult to breathe. But that said, this is an extraordinary time. Halema'uma'u is changing every day, and when the park reopens, which I'm confident it will down the road, we look forward to sharing the changes with our public.
Officials estimate the closure of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, which is entering now its 7th week, has caused an impact of about $20 million in losses to the local economy.
Hawaii volcano USGS warned blistering lava had been seen shooting out of Kilauea, reaching heights of 108 feet. Hawaii Kilauea volcano update. Explosions, small earthquakes, blaze continue 7 weeks after first eruption. 7 weeks after the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii erupted, it's still spewing the lava that has destroyed homes and roads on the Big Island. Thursday afternoon on the island, there was another explosion at the summit of the volcano that caused a plume of gas and ash. The plume didn't reach 1,000 feet in the air, however, according to the United States Geological Survey. After the explosion, there was a slight decrease in seismic activity on the island, but it increased again later Thursday evening. Members of the USGS also found that the volcano has damaged the areas around its summit. A flyover earlier this week showed that a parking lot that closed in 2008 at an overlook of the volcano was completely gone. The road that formerly led to the parking lot is still visible, but the overlook parking lot has slumped into the crater of Halema'uma'u, said the USGS. Halema'uma'u is a crater within the summit of the larger Kilauea volcano. The USGS also checked on the Jagger Museum inside the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and found that books had flown off the shelves, the walls were cracked and the floors were buckling. In addition to explosions and eruptions happening at the summit of the volcano, there is still very high activity coming from Fissure 8. Fountains of lava are filling the flowing channel, giving the appearance of a lava river running across the island. That lava is flowing to the Kapoho coastline, where the Kapoho Bay was filled with lava earlier in June. The lava is entering the ocean, mostly at one spot on the south edge, according to the USGS. That entry was causing a lava haze, or laze, plume to form. It's a dangerous area as well because the hot lava reacting with the cold ocean water can cause violent reactions that produce debris. As of Thursday, trade winds were pushing the laze plume southwest, according to the Hawaii County Civil Defense Agency. This laze is dangerous because the plume contains hydrochloric acid along with small volcanic particles that can cause irritation to the skin, eyes and lungs. Less active fissures spewed some lava earlier on Thursday, and were glowing with heat and lava. None, however, were erupting as violently as Fissure 8. Hawaii volcano eruption sparks gas explosion at Kilauea crater measuring 5.3 magnitude. The explosion at the Kilauea crater created a 5.3 magnitude blast wave, according to officials at the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. The rim and walls of the volcano collapsed inwards, causing further destruction at Kilauea's hazardous gas continues to cloud the southeast of the island. Hawaiian Volcano Observatory (HBO) said the blast was not severe enough to cause a tsunami warning, but a large ash plume was produced which may affect the surrounding areas, they said. Fountains of red-hot lava from Fissure 8 are still pouring into the established channel of molten rift flowing down to the ocean at the Kapoho coastline. One main ocean entry on the south edge of the flow front at the coast is producing a plume laze, a noxious cocktail of superheated seawater steam laced with sulfur, hydrochloric acid and fine volcanic particles that can irritate the skin, eyes, and lungs, that is being blown inland. An HBO spokesman warned people to steer clear of the lava's ocean entry points. He said, "The ocean entry is a hazardous area. Venturing too close to an ocean entry on land or the ocean exposes you to flying debris from sudden explosive interaction between lava and water. Also, the lava delta is unstable because it is built on unconsolidated lava fragments and sand. This loose material can easily be eroded away by surf, causing the new land to become unsupported and slide into the sea." Pellets, air and other lightweight volcanic glass fragments from the lava fountain at Fissure 8 continue to fall downwind of the fissure, dusting the ground near the vent. High winds are wafting lighter particles greater distances, and residents are being urged to minimize exposure to these volcanic particles, which can cause skin and eye irritation similar to volcanic ash. HBO field crews are still at the site tracking the fountains, lava flows, and spattering from Fissure 8. Observations are also collected on a daily basis from cracks in the area of Highway 130, and no changes in temperature, crack width or gas emissions have been noted for several days.